Awesome.
Glassy.
Very nice. Hey guys, welcome to That Pedal Show. Dan here.
Mick here, hello.
Again, Dan and Mick's Pick and Mix.
Volume 2. This is a new format. We're going to test it out for a little while. And it's, as we said in the first episode of Dan and Mick's Pick and Mix, it's a regular show. But as you know, most of our shows are kind of themed. So we'll talk about amp miking, or we'll talk about analog delays, or whatever the theme is, and we'll run around that theme. However, people are starting to send us stuff to look at, and it's interesting for us because it helps us keep abreast of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought we would literally just pick some of the stuff that we get sent, stick it on a board, see how they play together, go through some of the features. It's like being 15 again, except with a massive pedal shed to play in.
Oh, best job in the world.
So yeah, just stick some stuff on the board and see what happens, see what impresses, see what works together, go through some of the features kind of lightly, but maybe not like what you would consider a super deep dive.
Yeah.
Just to hear some sounds.
Yeah, I'm very excited about the MD-500, must say.
Yes.
Just having a quick play, hearing you having go through it before, it's like, wow, okay, it does that. Oh,
yeah,
it does that.
Our poster boy today is the MD-500, which will probably come on to, obviously what everyone wants to see is it compared to a Strymon Mobius, which we will do. But today we're just going to have a quick look because it takes a little while to get into this stuff and learn it and live with it for a little bit before we can talk about it with any sort of knowledge, as we found out to our cost on a couple of videos previously.
Yes.
So where should we start then, Daniel?
First of all, we have the V40 Deluxe from Victory and the Fender Hot Rod Deluxe together sound thusly.
Two amps that have very nice inbuilt reverb. I'm going to turn the reverb up on both amps.
Okay.
And we're going to play with an unusually large amount of reverb for just a second. Let's see what that sounds like.
That is glorious.
It's the first video of the day. We just needed something to wake us up there. So
Yep.
you were hearing inbuilt reverb from both amps and also the valve-driven tremolo. Both the V40 Deluxe has valve-driven reverb and tremolo.
It's
Does sound very
incredible.
nice. Does sound
It's
very nice.
incredible.
So we'll go back to sensible levels of reverb. Thusly.
okay. Well, let's start with that fuzz.
Yeah.
So we've had a couple of pedals sent to us by
Bigfoot Engineering.
Bigfoot Engineering, UK company.
Yes, Reese Stubbs works out of Herefordshire, has been going for a few years, not many, and he just has this really kind of, I don't want to say quirky because that makes it sound odd, but unique, cool
Yeah.
approach to things.
We did the octopus in a video yesterday, which is a passive octaver.
Yeah, we'll do
thing.
a video on completely passive pedals. Passive meaning it requires no battery or no mains. However, shocked us all, including Joey Landreth.
Including Joey Landreth. Sounds so, so good.
Yeah.
So this is his Kingfuzz. It does require power, but it's very cool because you've got, you can switch between two different settings of the fuzz. So
well, it's actually, I did some research. It's actually two of his favourite pedals in one. So it's a Thunder Pup overdrive.
Right.
Thunder Pop overdrive, which I guess is the yellow side, and his Kingfuzz distortion. And I don't want to lead this because we have been playing it a little bit already this morning, but the Thunder Pup has Angus in mind.
Okay.
And, you know, those kind of sounds.
Right.
And the Kingfuzz has your more kind of Dan Auerbach-y, modern, that sort of vibe going on.
Okay.
So that's what it is. That's what's happening.
Okay. So, and it's either one or the other. You can't stack them.
Yep.
All right. So this is the less gainy side, which is the Thunder Pup. That is a righteous noise.
That really does sound exceptional. While I have a go with single coils, why don't you grab a humbucker guitar, because I think that's where it's going to
All right.
kind of come alive. Love that.
That's really nice.
It's doing something very nice to those. So both of those amps are fairly high headroom. The Victory V40 Deluxe is going to break up a little bit more than the Hot Rod Deluxe. Actually, let's just do that before we move on. Just going to turn the Hot Rod Deluxe off a sec.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yep.
From there, I just want to hear what happens when you push the input of the V40 Deluxe. So this is kind of going into a slightly gainier amp.
Okay, let's do that.
So give it a.
Oh man! That sounds nothing like a V40. I've never heard a normal V40 make that noise.
Yeah, well, it's voiced differently. It's got the valve reverb and tremolo.
That's amazing.
It's called Deluxe for a reason.
I love that. That's amazing.
So this is just the amp on its own.
That was the amp on its own.
Oh, was it?
That's the amp on its own.
Oh, okay.
Not even and with the pedal. So set like that, it's caving in.
Yeah.
It can't handle the power
Yeah.
'cause
So okay, in which case, let me pull the input of the amp back.
Amp by itself. And with the Kingfuzz. Even there.
Yeah. So it's going to hit your amp really hard. So as always with boosty overdrives, you want to think about what you're putting it into. If you stick it into something like the Hot Rod Deluxe, which has a huge amount of headroom, you get massive jump in volume and a really nice overdrive. If you smash it into the front of something that's already overdriving, then that's when you get that. It's cool sound, but you wouldn't get the volume lift and all the rest of it. That was interesting.
Yeah.
This sounds nice.
It sounds amazing.
And Hot Rod Deluxe on again. How do you do that?
Oh man!
The Hot Rod Deluxe is bringing out more of the sibilancy, high end, some of the sizzly.
Killer.
Okay, we're going to have to revisit this because we haven't even got onto the fuzz side yet, and I know how good it's going to sound into that plexi. So this is we're going to revisit this. Let's have a listen to the fuzz side.
Not even playing a note.
Ooh, there's bias adjustment going on there. Come on then.
It's really sweet. That first initial attack, you really hear the pick.
Okay, so we've plugged. Okay, go on.
Killer.
Okay, Reese, don't know how long your waiting list is, but it's just got a lot longer.
That's awesome.
We're 20 minutes in, Dan. We've only done one pedal. God. Tell you what I found interesting about that.
Yep.
So we played Strat, Telly. Didn't actually hear the Strat with the fuzz, but we played a heavy humbucker guitar, a lighter humbucker guitar, and a Telly. Did you feel the need to alter the EQ at any point?
Not at all. What I heard was the guitar.
How bonkers is that?
Because I was worried about that.
Whatever you're doing, Reese. So we played the Passive Octopus yesterday, which has literally no controls whatsoever. Does it? It's not even a knob.
No, not even a knob. Not even a power input. Nothing. You're
Nothing.
in and out.
In and out. And this...
it's amazing.
Okay, that's obviously going to crop up a lot more. Right, let's move on. Come on. Otherwise we're going to be here for 4 days, Dan.
And?
Very cool.
Okay, awesome. Let's have a look at the Fat Larry.
Okay, Fat Larry is handmade in the UK by MkII, which has to be one of the best names ever.
Mike McKnight.
You should, Mike, I think you should have some sort of show on, I don't know, Channel 5, like a detective. Mike McKnight. Oh yeah, because it was Knight Rider, wasn't it? That's what I'm thinking of. Michael Knight, of course. That's where we are.
So the Scottish version of Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Very good.
Michael McKnight. He's not Scottish. He lives in England, and this is hand built by him. There's a couple of nice demos on YouTube of it. He sent it and said, "Would you give it a listen? Given that you like the D sound, the D sound being that dumbly."
So that's Larry Carlton inspired.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So it's that kind of thick. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of a plectrum change here. A bit of a Larry Carlton inspired type drive.
Okay.
So I'll start with the Strat. So. It is quite fat. Obviously the Strat pickup's pretty spiky. We'll get some humbuckers in a sec. Sorry, terrible version of Don't Give It Up there, but it's definitely got that fat, pushed mid-range thing.
Yeah.
What a lot of D-style pedals have, Dumble-style kind of overdrive-y pedals have, is some sort of mid-focus switch.
Right.
So if you think about Zen Drive, it's got that, hasn't it? Which kind of just enables you to...
You mean the Zen Drive?
Ah, yes, which enables you to...
The voice control.
Dial that particular bit of vocal mids that you want. And obviously, I guess this pedal is probably voiced a little more for a 335 style guitar, which is Larry's go-to guitar. So this might be a bit thick sounding for it. I don't know what's happened to my guitar playing, Dan. Ever since Matt Schofield came on, all the notes have moved. Maximum guff.
It's really smooth.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Oh, is that the new pedal tuner by D'Addario there? I see, Daniel. Bigger than some mini tuners, not as big as some big tuners. I did a a morning gig in bright sunshine outdoors,
Right.
and I could still see it.
Oh, cool.
So there you go, it works. It's not polyphonic, is that what they call it?
Yes.
Like the TC Polytune.
Yeah.
So you can only do one string at once, but it's accurate, quick, and bright as hell.
That's gonna work.
There you go. Lower gain range.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Nice.
Some of the notes are finding their way back.
Nice, very nice.
Deliberately stepped on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Or did you want to more Fat Larry?
No. I'm good with Fat Larry. I thought we'd just quickly touch base on the booster.
Okay, all right.
This is the Reveal by Grindstone Audio Solutions. So my mate Andy Harrison, who's a great guitar tech, techs with Shellcrow and a bunch of others.
Oh, I can't no hoot there, no hoot allowed. Never met Sheryl Crow.
I have. She's lovely. She's lovely. Anyway, so he handed me this at a Sheryl Crow gig. When I was at Peter Stroud. He says, I really want you to check this out. Peter Stroud. So it's a booster, but it's really cool. I don't mean it's a booster, but it's really cool. It's a booster and it's really cool. So standard, straight throughs. And then with the reveal on. It adds a little bit of sort of chewiness to the top end, but it's really glassy and it's fabulous.
So with the Strat, when you play, nice, but then turn down the volume control and the top end rolls off because I've got no treble bleed cap in the guitar. Don't like it, but sometimes you've just lost that kind of glassiness. I rather suspect. So a bit like we were talking about with, if you've watched recent shows, we're talking about the use of a very low gain overdrive just to give you a bit of sparkle on a clean sound when the guitar's turned down. I quite like that for that function. And that's just set really low, so I guess once we go a bit higher. Get that really super stratty thing. That's where we came in, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, equally, I guess. It might not be the intended use at all, I guess, because when you're pushing it, it's going to really hit the amp nice and hard and do all of that. But for putting a bit of sparkle back into a Strat, if it sounds a little bit dull to you, nice.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Let's hear it with some. Just hear it quickly. Working the amp a little bit harder, or maybe working another pedal harder.
Yeah.
Would that work?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Let's do it into the. Let's push it into the. Actually, let's put it after this side.
Okay.
Yeah. So, if we go. Here is our. The Kingfuzz. Oh, sorry. The Kingfuzz. What's that side called?
Thunder Pup.
Thunder Pup. Righteous.
Oh, misses.
Nice, huh? Yeah.
Pretty good.
Amazing. Okay, so we've spent half an hour on
Talking about three fairly
pedals.
simple overdrive
Yes.
pedals. Yeah.
So
Quick.
the main course.
This is going to be quick.
All right.
because we are going to revisit the MD-500
Yes.
and compare it to the Strymon Mobius. But this is a quick look because there's a couple of really interesting things that we've discovered this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so MD-500, it has 4 choruses,
Right.
including 2 types of CE1, i.e. 1 vibrato mode, 1 in chorus mode.
Oh, cool.
A tri-chorus, so 80s huge chorus, and Boss has included something called Prime, which is a bunch of new sounds, right? So it's got 4 choruses, it's got 2 flanges, 3 phases, 2 vibes, 2 vibratos, 4 tremolos, the famous Boss dimension effects,
Yep.
a ring modulator, a rotary, filter auto wah, a slicer, and overtones from MO2 type sounds. Here's the key bit, right? Most multifunction modulation devices only let you have 1 sound.
Mm-hmm.
The MD-500 has managed to put 2, should you want to have 2 on at once, on at once.
That's very clever.
So, for example, here we go. Here it is off.
That is fantastic.
So the old line 6 DM4, could you do that with that one? Could you have more than one modulation at once?
No. I really don't think so.
Not sure.
I don't. This is the first time I remember seeing it.
But the fidelity's nothing like that on a DM4, is it?
No. That's incredible.
Quite a lot of volume boost on that chorus setting there.
Yeah.
Right, let's do the obvious thing and just have a look at some of the presets, just so you can hear some of the basic sounds. You don't have to have it set up for 2 sounds at once.
Right.
You can have it set up with 1 sound at once, and you can have those on A and B switches, or if you don't want to use something like tap tempo on the right hand switch there, you can have 3 sounds at your feet instantly accessible from an individual bank, but you can't stack them. Okay. So in order to stack them, you have to use this particular setting.
Right.
So come on then. This is Boss's new Prime Chorus 1A.
Bostomus Prime. Sorry.
Okay, that's interesting. So it selects the tap tempo for both presets you've got loaded.
Right.
Okay, right, carry on. Check out this bass sound.
Oh, man. Killer.
Great, isn't it?
Killer.
Sorry, that was like the music shop demo, so we went through the first bunch of patches, but clearly...
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so in addition it has MIDI control, so you can obviously...
Do presets and...
Presets via MIDI.
And all the stuff.
It has an effects loop within it, so you can put other effects depending on, if you want your overdrives before or after, so it has its own loop. It has stereo, obviously... and it has two options for expression control, so you can have two separate expression pedals as well. But clearly, at whatever it is launched at, which I think is 329 English pounds in July 2017, frankly, if it wasn't a step on from the Mobius, someone at Boss needs to be kicked down a corridor, because how long is the...
Mobius has been out forever.
For a long time, so technology's moved on a lot. I mean, you imagine how much computers have moved on in that short space of time. Mobile phones. Technology moves quick, because let's remember, this is DSP, this is 32-bit whatever, it's 96K sampling, it's as good as they can do in a pedal at this point. So I would just like to apologise for suggesting that someone gets kicked down a corridor. No, that should never happen to anybody, all right? It was metaphorical, it was a frame of speech.
How long were you thinking about that apology before you said
Quite a while, because we listened. We mustn't condone violence anywhere in the workplace or at home or anywhere else for that matter. A stern talking to is actually what I meant.
A verbal, perhaps followed by written warning.
Only if... yeah, anyway, whatever. What am I saying? I'm saying that one would expect it to be
absolutely
seriously good. So we look forward to that comparison. As I say, just a quick look today because... And you know what? Having moaned about how hard the DD-500 was to use, I reckon an hour I spent trying to learn it.
Mm.
I managed to navigate my way around the...
And you've done a couple of presets and
I
APs
put a couple
and
of
stuff.
presets in today.
Yeah.
So it's pretty simple. You go...
It's the same format as the DD-500, right?
It is the same format. So you go into
okay.
the edit menu. You can choose what you want to edit here. So if you want to edit the patch, you go into edit. You can choose which parameter you want to edit. So that's the particular type of effect we're talking about. So let's say we wanted to look at the choruses, for example. Here you can select, so we're in chorus, then you can select between your prime chorus. So you've got
all the stuff,
preamp gain, preamp level. You've got quite a lot of EQ in there.
It's pretty amazing.
So you can keep tweaking.
Wow, you can. Yeah, okay. So the high frequency stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you want to store, it's pretty simple. If you want to store that, you just hold down those two. You decide where you want to write it to, which patch you want to write it to. Change the name, hit store, and off you go. So all of which to say is, if I can do that, anybody on the planet can do it.
It's impressive stuff.
Ish.
Right. Okay. Moving swiftly along, the final pedal in now, pick and mix today.
Yes, do it, and let us know if you like pick and mix or if you don't like pick and mix, because we like, as I said at the top there, we like to check out new stuff and just find our way through it. Maybe in a show that isn't completely themed. So let us know if you like this, if you'd like to see it changed or a different format or whatever. But yeah, this is just new stuff on the board, voyage of discovery.
Yes. It's cool because we haven't played, well, I haven't played through any of this stuff. So yeah, it's amazing. Right, but this is, you've been using this for a while.
Yep. So Free the Tone pedals, Yuki Hayashi, used to work for Providence many years ago, now has his own brand, Free the Tone, makes absolutely lovely high-end pedals. Matt Schofield, who we had in a couple of weeks ago, has a signature pedal with Yuki, and they make a bunch of stuff ranging from overdrives and distortions through to the chorus that I use, the Tri-Avatar chorus.
You like that, don't you?
I really like it.
Because it gives you your like three main tones sort of right there, doesn't it?
It's got 4 presets on the top panel. Right. Everything's super tweakable, but it just works really nicely. It sounds great. Yuki's audio is always...
It's exceptional. Just
bang on. So the flight time... when it first came out, I remember we were doing I was doing the Tones for Tash thing. We were raising some money for prostate cancer. And before Dan and I started making videos, we had this crazy idea of making a video every day and putting it up on the Guitarist channel to raise money for prostate cancer. Anyway, that came out and we did a whole spoof on the whole Back to the Future thing.
Oh, of course.
Because obviously the Back to the Future gags are pretty high. If you look at the DeLorean... panel, it looks a lot like that. But what it also looks a bit like is the front of a TC 2290, which is the fabled rack mount digital delay that TC can't make anymore, I guess, because of Roche compliance and all the rest of it. So inspired by that and potentially even going a bit further, Yuki's put it in a pedal form, and this is the second version, I think, with some improved audio and some improvements in the way the presets switch and a couple other improvements.
Okay.
I didn't actually have a number 1, so I can't talk much about that. I've got a number 2, or we've got a number 2, as it were. So, right, looks complex, doesn't it? But the good news is everything in the pedal is editable from the top panel. So, for example, delay level, feedback level, output of the whole pedal. 70 is unity gain, as far as I understand. So, for example, you just play a set down.
Right.
Very simple. So you just select the parameter you want to affect and then affect it. Very cool. It's then got low and high pass filters.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you just play for a sec.
It's very cool.
Pretty cool. So you've got obviously quite complex and detailed control over high and low pass filters and modulation. So you can affect the rate and depth of the modulation. Again, I'll say that, you know, it looks somewhat complex from the top panel and not everybody wants that level of tweakability. Usually I don't. But because it's available right there from the top panel,
you can see everything.
You can see everything.
Yeah.
I understand it. I don't have to go hunting through menus. It's all there.
Yeah, I do like that.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah. One other thing I thought was trippy was that there's a mic on here.
Yeah.
So that it's in some setting, if the band's playing and you tap the tempo in and you're not quite there, it'll actually correct the tempo within 20% of what you've tapped in.
Correct. So if you turn this on, and you're set there at 346 milliseconds, or indeed 173.4 beats per minute.
So if we tap, everybody get up. absolutely terrible example. Did it move?
It moved when you started playing. I think it might have got confused by my clapping. Which,
Okay.
you know, it wouldn't be the first person to do that. If indeed it's a pedal. Hello! If it's indeed it's a person. It will adjust up to 20%. You saw Dan doing it while he was there. I wonder if it requires a bass drum or something.
20% plus or minus is my normal tempo. So it's perfect for me. 1, 2. Oh, it did move a bit then.
And if you're further away than 20% either way, it won't change.
Right.
Which I guess is presumably some sort of safety measure in case it gets confused that, I don't know, anyway. So
it's really cool.
There's that.
Yep.
And finally, there are subdivisions.
Cool.
So in you go here to your subdivisions and you can have quarter notes. I guess that's dotted eighth. We'll soon find out. You want to play? So, yeah. All the common subdivision
It's all there.
settings
Yeah.
and requirements.
Presets?
Presets, yeah. So one of the criticisms of the Mark 1 was that it took a little bit of time to switch between presets. I think in this one they've improved that. You can have an instant change between two presets.
Mm-hmm.
However, it is still a little bit slow because you have to push and hold. It flashes. You go to your preset that you want. You hold. So,
Okay.
so for example, I set up in this like a doubling delay.
Nice.
It's like that bathroom thing. Then I set up a slap back if you go one up and then push and hold.
Yeah.
That's probably the first time you ever heard bad country picking with a fuzz pedal on. And then up we go.
Yeah, a bit of a faff.
A little bit of a faff. Here's me clean delay. I think the next one is modulated, if I can remember correctly.
very nice. That's very nice.
Yeah. Kind of, I think where I'm going with that is have some sort of analogy, more affected type delay sound. You know, something like an Echo up front,
Yes.
doing those kind of sounds, and that as the do it all digital delay for a bit of.
Have you seen the new Captain Bread Echo Deluxe? I'm jonesing to get that on the show.
We should get that, and after Dan and I went to Italy with Danish Pete just recently, and we hung out with the guys from Gurus and spent much more time with the Echo Sex.
Yep.
There's a show there.
There's a show there because that thing sounded amazing. We were in Italy and we were drunk, but it was still amazing.
Well, they are working on a new version thereof.
Are they?
Yeah. With
Cool.
4 heads.
Fantastic. Excellent, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun.
Few corkers today.
Absolute corkers.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, there's not a duffer in them. They're, all great.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to returning to the Fat Larry with a 335 style guitar.
Yeah.
And seeing how that works.
Yeah. Fabulous. Excellent, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. And massive thank you to our patrons on Patreon. Also, massive thank you to our preferred retailers in the UK and Europe.
Anderson's Music of Guildford, Surrey.
In America.
That would be Riff City Guitar of Minneapolis.
And in Australia.
Would be Pedal Empire of Brisbane.
Very good. Brisbane of Brisbane.
What is Brisbane
Queensland.
a state? Oh, Queensland.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Brisbane
okay.
and Queensland.
Great, good.
Fantastic. And also, thank you to everyone that's gone to our store, which is at pedalshowstore.com, and purchased a garment or some sort of non-explosive yet toxic device.
That's so weird. I was thinking exactly the same thing, thinking how politically incorrect it would be to say it. Nevertheless.
Brilliant. Cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you soon.
Cheerio.
Bye, guys.